Good evening and welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm your host, Doug Engler. Joining me in the co-host seat, as always, are our good friends, Miss Angela Rose.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Darren Starling.
Hello.
And our newest addition, Kaya Tianu.
Hello.
And we are excited tonight because we've got three amazing guests joining us to talk about an upcoming VTuber convention that will be coming to the Northeast. Finally, New England gets their very own VTuber convention. Please welcome Hex, Pinbush, and Akio from Onkey Expo.
Hello. Hello. There we go.
Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It's exciting to have you on. It's exciting to find out that there was a convention that's actually going to be going on, a VTuber convention in Boston area. And for all of our viewers out there who may not know who you are, please introduce yourselves.
Pin, you want to start?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Pinbun. I am a comfy mom VTuber, variety streamer, horror enthusiast, artist. I've been VTubing for about 7-ish years now at this point, and I was the initial idea person for founding this convention. I'm one of the co-founders and executive directors. And it was basically just seeing Offkai, just a bunch of people saying, oh, I really wish I could have gone, but I'm on the East Coast, and traveling all the way to the West is really expensive. So I wanted an option for us, and I decided to do it myself. And here we are.
Hex, you go ahead.
My name is Sun, or Hex, as I'm known on the Discord. I own a business where I do VTuber-related projects, currently building a VTuber app, and I was recruiting VTubers to be a part of that, and that's how I met Pinbun. Followed her on X, and I noticed that she put something out like, hey, who would be interested in starting a convention? I was like, hey, I'll get in on that. And I started talking to her, and then we just kind of founded it, and she put a team together, and everybody's kind of been chugging along, getting things going.
Awesome. Hello. My name is Akio. I am a Kitsune VTuber. I've been in the sphere for about 5 to 6 years now. I used to work for agencies like Gary before, bless you. Before I decided to offer my times and services to Pinbun and her ideas for an East Coast VTuber convention. So I am the executive assistant and chief of staff, so I deal with the day-to-day operations.
Awesome. Thank you all so much, like I said, for joining us. We're excited to learn more about Onkey. And Pin, I know you said that this was thought of because it's tough for a lot of East Coast VTubers to get to the West Coast for a convention, especially stuff that goes on like LA and things like that. What got you all interested in the VTubing sphere?
Oh, for me, it's actually kind of a funny story. So I used to be a paralegal, had like the true big girl job, super business oriented, but I really, really hated it. So COVID happened and I got let go, and I used that year of unemployment to get into VTubing. I really wanted to be able to do a hobby / career that I loved, that I enjoyed doing daily, to just kind of, I'm also a mom. I don't just play a mom on TV. I've got bambinos in real life, and I kind of wanted to be an example for them that you can go through life and you can work hard at something you love and be successful. You don't have to go the route of pushing your creativity somewhere else because you don't think you're going to make it. So for me, it was more like an escape, and now it's become like a big part of my life.
And hello to everybody out there in the chat. I just want to throw a quick shout out to everyone in the chat. I see Switch Hacks out there, Creativity Monsters, John Knight, Ross Luck. It's great to see everybody. Logan Fry. Of course, Kaya's in there, and Lady Angela's in there. So it's great to see everybody.
Did you announce this in the Discord?
I did, yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
But it's awesome to see so many people. I hope everybody out there enjoys the show. The chat is interactive. If you have questions, feel free to ask of our guests or of the hosts. If you're new to Anime-Zing Radio, feel free to ask questions. We love the fan interaction. We've got some amazing fans who tune in every week, and always happy to see new people on the chat. And Angela Sea Dog is getting the looks from the chat already.
Yep, and the funny thing is, Sea Dog is gone, and we are now on food.
Oh, I love food.
Food always ends up being a thing here.
Food, I love their products.
Right?
Yep. No, that I feel like that's become part and parcel of the show, is people commenting on whatever is on the TV in the background.
Oh, is that steak?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I'm hungry. Gotta not look at that. I'm getting the tummy grumbles.
Roberto's gotta have his part of the show too.
Yep. And Switch Rocks in the chat is asking to Hex, how's it doing on a podcast with Ken and the other one?
The other one. Okay, yeah.
That is exactly how it is worded.
Yeah, it's an inside joke. So Switch Hacks is our admin assistant, and it's become a joke between him and marketing to call me the other one.
Yep. So disrespectful.
As
I know.
someone
You're
who's
fired.
as someone who has spent years as an admin assistant, I completely understand.
Well, we were in a call, and I was telling everybody they did a good job, but my brain quit working halfway through. So instead of listing off everyone's names, I just said, and the others. So there was like 2 people included in the others, and Akio was in there. So she has just been the other one ever since then. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Pinbun is sort of the face of the convention, the face and the voice. I do all the behind the scenes kind of business, financial stuff. And Akio is the person who keeps us organized and well running, so we're not just running around acting like we know what we're doing. She's actually very integral to this whole operation. So just to constantly be relegated to the other one is a source of great entertainment for everyone.
It's probably good stressful relief too, because from the people I know that run conventions and put on their own events, it can be a very, very stressful thing. So being able to have some fun behind the scenes and relieve that stress is an important factor.
Precisely.
Yeah, we were lucky enough that our committee team kind of gels really well together. Mostly because all of us are what's the word I'm looking for, Akio? Where you and me yell at people, and every other person.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Me and Akio are very, very like strong-willed. We don't really like beat around the bush with stuff. So the main thing about our team is we're all very into communication. So, even when we have disagreements, we won't leave it hanging. We want to go through the entire thing until it's settled and everybody's good, everybody's happy, right? Because we don't want it to become a thing where people are harboring feelings and feel like they're not heard. That's probably like the angry Latina and mom in me. Just kind of like get the chancla out, and you tell me how you're feeling, or tell me how you're feeling.
Oh my god.
There's definitely been a learning curve to it, though.
Yep.
And to respond to a comment in the chat, Ross Luck says, Doug talked to Jeremy Lee yesterday at Comic-Con. She remembers the show and says hi.
Oh, nice.
For those who don't know, Jeremy was the first voice actor I ever had the honor of interviewing on a different show. And she was such a sweetheart. I've gotten to meet her a couple of times at Anime Boston, including a press conference with her. Just such an amazing person.
Awesome.
And also in the chat, John Knight asks, where was it here? Sun, Pinbun, and Akio, what was your gateway anime?
Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Inuyasha on Toonami late at night.
Ooh, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Honestly, Miroku was my very first husbando. I wrote fan fictions about that man. I had an OC that was his wife. I still think of him often. But actually, my very first introduction to anime was Elfenlied. And I'm so sorry. I was like, what? My boyfriend in high school at the time, he brought it up to me, and I was like, why would you make me watch this? What is wrong with you?
Don't feel too bad. I put Angela through an episode of that while she was down here.
Yup, I was actually gonna say that was in May.
My all-time favorite, though, from like the old days, would be Chobits. I hold that very dear to my heart.
Chobits was a great one.
Love the aesthetics of Clamp.
Inuyasha was
Okay.
my gateway one as well, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Shomaru.
Right?
You know,
Sango was my first waifu, so
Oh.
That's a good waifu, though. Like, that is a top-tier lady.
you know, I suppose my introduction being as weird as it was makes way too much sense as to why I like the weird stuff.
Mhm.
Because my first anime was Serial Experiments Lane.
Ooh.
I don't know that one.
Really?
I
Oh,
don't,
Hex,
yeah.
we gotta get you hip.
You gotta get you into it, man. You gotta
Hey,
get
I've
up
watched
on your
a lot of
stories,
obscure
man.
anime. I just never heard of that one.
It's good. It's very dark.
It also I don't know if it holds up today.
I want to say I don't think it ages well
I
because it's very tech focused and tech focused like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
And it probably yeah.
Let's see.
Always
My
worth it.
gateway anime. I remember. I never had. I believe it was Cartoon Network. Was that Adult Swim where all the anime came
Yeah,
on?
Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I never had Cartoon
Cowboy
Network, so I just
Bebop.
had to watch what came on the regular old TV. So I remember on Saturdays they used to play Sailor Moon, and I tried watching that, and I was like, I can't do this. But I forced myself to sit down and watch an episode, and I thought, okay, that was pretty cool. And then in 6th grade, one of my friends was like, all right, well, you got to check out Dragon Ball Z. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I just love anime now. And I've kind of been addicted to. I've watched more anime than I can count. I'm ashamed to admit, but Dragon Ball is still something that I tune into every time anything new is released. It's just my childhood anime.
I can feel you on that one, even though I didn't get into it till Dragon Ball Z Kai started airing, which made me visit the entire Dragon Ball verse as a whole. And then that was around the time there was stuff going on in Congress regarding copyright, all the websites were being threatened to be shut down. So I actually located the entire collection on eBay. I think I bought all the original Z, GT, and pretty much all the movies for like $250.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
I had a bunch of the DVDs of Dragon Ball GT of all things to.
Yep, GT was a part of that.
in the chat thing that had me chuckling a little bit, Googie, I think it's Googie. Says my first
Googie.
dip into the anime pool was Fooly Cooly. It damaged me greatly.
Yeah,
I can
that'll
totally
do it.
understand that. I have watched Fooly Cooly in its entirety 3 or 4 times, including binging all 6 episodes, and I still can't tell you what it's about.
Yeah,
I feel like there's supposed to be
About 3 hours
like,
of wasted life.
but it's good because you got the pillows, great music.
Oh, I have
Really good
I have their playlist on my phone. Yeah, I love them. I feel like Fooly Cooly's supposed to have like some puberty subtones to it, but yeah, I don't really.
See, that was one. Fooly Cooly was one I watched one episode of, and it was not for me.
Seeing him get hit in the head by a guitar on a girl riding a Vespa just wasn't up your alley, huh?
I think
it was,
It's a wild show.
it just
Oh, go ahead.
I don't remember which version, but it was one of those. This was a thing, yeah, but
They made a sequel series.
It was
to
not
that.
good.
Yeah, I only saw one episode, and that was kind of the vibe I got from it too.
I'm pretty sure that the studio that did Fooly Cooly is the studio Gynex. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Gynex also did. Gosh, what's that one of the girl the girl who wears red and black and she's got like half a scissor and fighting a bunch of people.
Kill a
Kill, and right, and then Trigger. That was Trigger.
Yes.
Gynax IG.
Yeah.
Studios was Gynax and production IG.
yeah, no, yeah, Kill la Kill was definitely Trigger.
Gynex has this thing where they make visually stunning anime, but 9 times out of 10, you have no idea what the hell is happening. So it's like, oh,
Yep.
Yep.
That was Studio Gynex.
I'm real partial to Gynex and Madhouse. Madhouse,
Yes.
I love their stuff so much.
Madhouse has some really good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought I was an anime fan, but like I don't know what studios make anime. I just watch the show. Like,
It's really funny. There's like a couple of studios where my husband and I'll be going through the list. He'll pick something and I'll question him, and then he's like, "It's this studio. You know it's worth at least 4 episodes." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you got me there."
the only studio I know of is Toei. Toei for Dragon Ball, obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yep. Toei also did Digimon.
Well, here's a fun, and I hope I'm not wrong here because I did not check before I'm just going to spout this out. But I believe Toei also did Muppet Babies.
That is, I would not
They do Muppet Babies.
I would not be surprised.
Oh, my first live fact check. Here we go.
I think the fun thing and kind of like it's like a monkey's paw almost. When you start learning the studios that are behind animes, then it's you're literally like, oh, I know this is gonna suck. Because of the studio, and it's like it's not fair, right? Because you got to give everyone a chance. But like for instance, the first season of One Punch Man was Madhouse, and then the second season was the same studio that did like the Junji Ito one and Diabolic Lovers. Yeah, and I didn't want to I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, but I knew just from like references to like the other animes that they would not be on par.
Well, to be fair, Madhouse for One Punch Man went out of their way to pull like the best of the best from the industry.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of people from other studios working for Madhouse for that one. So they kind of cheated.
So, so going kind of circling.
Hey, isn't that what One Punch Man is about?
Yep.
Circling back a little bit, I've got Gynex's list of everything, and Evangelion, Fooly Cooly, Panty and Stocking, Gurren Lagann.
That's which one? That's the one. Gurren Lagann is the one that got me.
Gurren Lagann is wild too.
Yep. Here's a big drill.
And then a bunch of stuff I've never heard of, but with those names, I figured those would be the ones everybody would recognize at least one of those.
Yep.
And you said Madhouse, and my first thought went to Frieren because I loved Frieren. Thought that was a very good anime. It got me to actually start reading the manga, and I've got the first 12 volumes of the manga now.
My introduction to Madhouse was actually Paprika, and after that, I just fell deeply, deeply in love with Satoshi Kon, and I tried to consume like literally everything he's done.
Madhouse also did Chobits.
Really?
Yep.
Why? Why?
That makes sense. No
I have-
wonder.
Kind of going back to
Okay.
Gainax here, I didn't realize they pulled off one of my favorite animes, and also your assist or admin or whatever, Switch Hacks, had made a comment about my icon earlier. He
Yeah.
got the wrong reference.
Oh no, Switch.
Lloyd icon, no. The anime is coincidentally by Studio Gainax. It's Medaka Box, and that's Kumagawa.
Whew,
And
Switch.
looking
Go back to
looking at
studying.
looking at Madhouse's list, the only thing I've actually watched more than a couple episodes of is Trigun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, that's a good one.
Yeah, Trigon
Madhouse
is
also
super
had
good.
no game, no life, Overlord,
Overlord.
Black
Haven't done
Lagoon,
Overlord yet.
Death Parade.
Nana was a good
Death
one.
Parade.
My Love Story was a good one. Wolf Children was a good one. Card Captor Sakura was one that people enjoyed. High School of the Dead.
The Dead.
Let's go. I loved High School of the Dead.
I liked your asterisks on Card Captor. You're like, Card Captor Sakura was one that people liked.
I never watched it, so I can't be
I-
like I can't say it was a good one, but it's one I hear a lot of people talk about.
See, that's one that two very important people in my life both absolutely adore. And they have said, yeah, that one's a not for you show.
Yeah, it didn't look like anything I would be interested in, but I maybe someday I'll give it a chance because I'm going to be honest, I still have fond memories of the early episodes of Sailor Moon, so maybe there's something there. But yeah, I kind of skipped that one when it was on TV.
And
Card
now
Captor Sakura is for the girls. It's like every episode she gets a new outfit, and I eat that up.
And
That's
100%, that is why my husband says that is a show that I probably wouldn't enjoy.
Don't like the outfits?
I do not do the girly stuff. I do the shonen. I do the psychological thrillers. I do the sci-fi.
Paranoia Agent.
Logan
Never
Fry in the
seen it.
chat
So
says,
good.
does Perfect Hair Forever count as anime?
And from Ross, do not leave out Shadow's House for Studio Madhouse.
I've never heard of Perfect Hair Forever, so I don't know if that counts as anime or not.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Well, you know what? Let's play the game of is it on my anime list?
But
And
if it,
also
if
from
it's
Ross,
anything like Bo, if that can count, then-
Mm-hmm.
and question for all three guests and Kaya from Ross. He says, I want to know, when becoming a VTuber, you have to come up with a theme design creatively, and it's hard. His question is, did you have a hard time thinking on a theme for your character and avatar design? And he also thinks that all your designs are cool and comfortable looking.
Aw.
Thank you. Who wants to start this off?
We can just go left to right.
Okay, I'm the newest VTuber, so I was going to go last. But you guys do your. This is literally my VTubing debut. So, I am a big fan of the mythological character. Where did I go?
I hit the wrong button. My
Like,
apologies.
this is my debut. Starts talking, dies immediately.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I meant
great
to enlarge so everyone could focus on you, and I hit the wrong button. There's two buttons beside each other, and I'm like, oops. It's my first day.
I'm a big fan of the mythological character Sun Wukong. So I'm a monkey. I got a tail back there. I'm a monkey VTuber, and this is my first time using the program, so I don't know how to zoom out and see my feet. But I got monkey feet. And
Feet for free? Hold on.
what?
Nothing. Nothing.
Let's say your avatar looks like a hybrid between a Saiyan and the Supreme Kai with the hairstyle.
Well, Supreme Kai is actually what the hair is based on. So yeah, that I had to throw a little Dragon Ball in there. So yeah, just kind of
Don't forget
a mix
the
of
tail counts too.
Hey, I mean, yeah, there you go. I mean, Goku was based off of Sun Wukong, so I guess by association, yeah, then I got that going on. But this was about kind of the third design I did. He started off kind of in a suit and evolved more into a punk look. So that I didn't. I'm pretty new to this. This is my first design, and it took me about maybe a month and a half of doing 3 or 4 different designs before I settled on one I liked. No, it wasn't hard for me. I kind of knew I wanted to go monkey right from the get go. I just had to figure out how monkey I wanted to be.
Monkey.
Monkey.
I met Linda Young. I'm sure she'd have a few words about your design.
To the Frieza.
Frieza's voice actor.
Yeah. I'm wanting to get some extra details to this where there's a really cool Dragon Ball fan animation where instead of Super Saiyan, Goku's head just like turns on fire. I want to try and do something like that with my hair. But so yeah, there's definitely some Dragon Ball inspirations here.
Speaking of which, sorry to go off topic. Have you seen the Cell versus videos that were put out by Team 4-Star and then later Devil's Artemis?
Yep, I watch every one of those, yeah. Big fan.
Classic.
Your turn, Pin?
So mine was based off of a personal OC that I had in like middle school. And I've been using this OC and this character pretty much through every like significant development in my life. And I allowed her character to be kind of shaped by interactions with other people's characters, like through role play and things like that. And then eventually, when I decided to become a VTuber, I had my 1.0 model. And my 1.0 was very, very, very simple because it was based on being able to be drawn, consecutively really fast. And then as I grew and I moved into my 2.0s and my 3.0s and just getting new models, I allowed for a lot more input from the artists and the community that I had been building. And even though it's still things that I like, it's turning into stuff in how like I want to represent myself as well. But TLDR, backstory for Pin is just a big old bag of parasites pretending to be a human.
Okay.
No.
I wouldn't have guessed that based on your avatar that you were kind of going for the oogie boogie kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the yes. That's what you should think.
All right.
And then my head opens up and you're like, uh-oh.
I'm going to need to see that toggle.
Wait, Oogie Boogie is a Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I think like if Oogie Boogie, Sailor Moon, and the monster from The Thing fell into a cauldron and molded together, you get me.
Okay.
Oh, I could, if you wanted. I do have a model that represents the more true parasite form.
Oh, yeah.
If you'd like to see it. Hold on. Do not be alarmed.
You've got the screen.
Do not be alarmed. Do not be frightened.
Oh, I'm learning how to use Warudo.
I've seen too many disturbing anime. Try me.
There you go.
Oh, that's an awesome one.
Agreed.
So we got like the eyeballs. We got this thing. Yum, 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 yum.
But
This is
the Vampire Bunny.
Yes, exactly. This
So-
is the model that I use whenever I do spooky streams.
When you have to say like my eyes are up here, where
I really don't. My eye is right here where you're looking. Exactly where you're looking. That's my eye. Good job. Here, I'll swap back. This one is spooky. You see how many I have though?
Uh-huh.
I technically have 2 more. One is in the works. I have a 2D VTuber coming, and then I have a little Minecraft guy because I always wanted to make Minecraft videos. It's actually
Aw.
pretty cute, but it is not set up. This is the only one that's actually ready to go for today. So
Mm.
Yeah.
And what about you, Akio?
Oh, okay. I was like, is it my turn now? I can't remember. So Akio is actually only a year old. I used to go by a different VTuber name, but most people know the VTuber taboo. You don't talk about your past life. But my past life was my OC that I've had for 8+ years, even through cosplay. So she was definitely a big thing for me. Actually, what you're seeing is a creation by my community. So I asked my community, hey, I want to rebrand. What do you guys want to see? What do you guys think matches my personality? And they said a kitsune. We want a kitsune, stars, everything. And I'm like, okay. So
That's
what
cool.
you're seeing is an actual design. Like one of my community members made my concept design, and then I went and got it made as a picture. And then I am using a customizable model until November when my 1.0 gets made.
Oh, that's amazing. And Kaya, the question also came up for you.
No, my design's just based off my Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy 14.
I saw Final Fantasy 14. Ooh.
And fun fact, Kaya was streaming literally up to about 15 minutes before showtime.
Yep.
I was in the chat harassing him.
Always on the grind.
And
The
see,
grind
while
never stops.
while you were doing that, I was playing catch up on anime.
Same.
I still have a few I need to catch up on. The wife and I did catch up on Call of the Night and My Dress Up Darling.
Over the course of the weekend, we binged, I think, 4 episodes of Dress Up Darling, and we also binged a bunch of Kaiju 8.
Oh God, I love Kaiju 8. I love me a thick dad. Ooh. Someone
Please tell
crack
me
that man open like a cold one, if you know what I mean.
Please tell me Sakamoto was in that list, Ange.
Sakamoto will be this week.
Okay, you're gonna get a kick out of it. It's been like really fun. That's what I was in the middle of catching up on pre-air.
Did you catch up on Call of the Night, Darren?
Yes. I will say this though. I was not I'm gonna fault Crunchyroll here, or is it Crunchyroll or High Dive that Call of the Night's on? I forget.
High Dive.
Okay, I'm gonna fault them here because that warning they gave before the episode started kind of ruined it a little bit. Just saying.
I can understand why they did that for like legal reasons, because the subject matter is, a lot of stuff puts that warning up nowadays. But I do agree. But it took a spin that I didn't expect. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if Angela could have gotten through the first season of Call of the Night,
I think she would have enjoyed. I think she'd enjoy season 2. Really.
Because it's right up your alley. But I know that certain shows, if the storyline doesn't gel with you, there's too much stuff for you to watch.
No, the writing, I said it back then. Season 1 was basically my top biggest disappointment. I wanted to like it. I really did. I couldn't get through. Past the second episode.
I almost feel like you could go into season 2 because you know some of the characters. And I feel like you could watch season 2 and still enjoy it. I don't know if it would make you want to go back and try to fight your way through some of season 1, but the storyline in season 2 has been so good and taken so many twists and turns.
I think she'd have to watch. I think honestly she could skip the first 6-7 episodes and maybe start in the latter half. Because the key point is introducing our main focus of season 2. I think she should at least get to know her first.
Oh, the detective?
Yes.
So Ross, to address some of Ross's comments, Ross mentions he's never played a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy 14 is actually on PC, and there is in fact a free trial where you can give it a try. And from everything I've seen, the player base is actually super supportive with new players.
I have only partially played a few Final Fantasies, but I know that my favorite Final Fantasy, number 7, which I have put more hours in than I will probably admit to everyone in real life, that is also on Steam and is playable there. So,
if it's comparable to the number of hours I put into my Pokemon games back when, you're fine.
If it's comparable to the amount of hours I put into Minecraft, you're fine.
I am not judging. There are some games I have literally put hundreds of hours into.
Okay,
So,
I keep forgetting that I'm with my people.
we may not agree. Everyone's got that one game where they've put 200 plus hours into, and no one is judging you for having that game.
I am not ashamed to say I think collectively over how many times I've restarted Animal Crossing, I probably easily have 500 to 700 hours into Animal Crossing.
Across my Pokemon games, I probably have 1,200 hours, or if not more.
And to address the other one of Ross's comments, yes, I actually was waiting for the dust to settle on a few things before going through and finding all the new anime. And Fragrant Flowers is up on Netflix finally. And Ross, I will. That's on my list,
please do.
And we can talk about that. But if you guys spoil it for me, I will be very angry.
So this is what happened. I've never seen it, so.
I know, Doug, that you're doing that just to get a rise out of me.
I have to say, I'm the only one of all of us that's been keeping up with it because I don't do good in waiting for stuff that's already available. If you know what you're doing.
And John Knight has another question for everybody. Have you all watched the VTuber Legends anime? And if you haven't, you should.
It's on my list.
Is that the one with the drunk chick?
No, that was the one about forgetting to turn off her stream.
Yeah, look at the drunk chick. Yeah, that girl. She grabbed a bunch of beers and started hitting on her gen mates. Yes.
Yeah, that was hysterical. I love that.
Yeah, anime. that anime is just about me, so I can't watch it because legally I have to sue them because it is literally just me. Like I was like, that's creepy.
So you forgot to turn off your stream? Yeah. Tell us more.
Changing focus back to Onkey Expo, all of us here have attended multiple conventions of many different genres. I don't know if any of us have ever attended a VTuber convention. How is yours going to differ, especially in a space where VTubers, a lot of them exist, via avatar form? Are you looking at having VTubers in person, or are you looking at having VTubers show up, via live streams, things of that nature?
Yeah, we're actually planning both. So, a lot of the times with a standard like VTuber meet and greet, most of the time it'll be just their model. So we integrate things like technology to allow people. So kind of like what we're doing right now, except it would be streamed to like a full body screen. They'd have their own booth set up and it allows for that connectivity. There's a few VTubers who actually like to do in-person things. outside of just their VTuber, they make other types of content. They're not just strictly a VTuber in that sense. So there'll be a few people as well who will be there in person. But every guest is different. Every VTuber has their own quirks and their own wants. And we're going to do our best to accommodate everyone to kind of give the experience that they really want.
And knowing there are quite a few VTubers that I have started following, some that I've followed for a while, who would be each of your dream guest if you could get any VTuber to show up? Which mainstream VTuber or which VTubers that you follow would be your dream to have come to Onkey?
For me, Iron Mouse. For someone who also suffers from an autoimmune disorder, she is a big star in my life. I honestly, when I found out that I was diagnosed with one, I was like, how am I going to stream? Because I'm constantly tired. Sometimes I feel like I'm on fire and I'm like, I just want to go lay down on the floor. But seeing how she kind of is resilient kind of makes me feel I can be resilient too. I can stream. I can run this freaking convention. Let's do it, you know?
Hex, you want to go next?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm fairly new to the VTuber scene. I watch a lot of clips of people on YouTube. There are a few of them that I do watch. The one that got me into VTubing, I got into VTubing because I went through a very extensive surgery and spent several weeks in the hospital, and I had nothing to do. So I just found VTubers while just scrolling YouTube on my phone, and just those react videos where they just watch episodes of anime and stuff, and I started watching them through there. So there's a few of them that do that would be pretty cool to show there. If we're just throwing out a pipe dream of just like huge VTubers I'd love to see, I'm kind of a fan of Pecora.
Hell yeah. Pecora. Let's go. Always here for a fellow rabbit.
And how about you, Pin?
Oh, so I'm a freak. Hi, there's Kanai from Niji-Sanji. He was one of the first VTubers I ever met. First off, his description is like a sweet, comfy boy. And he is. He like holds a little plushie and he's very soft-spoken and he very, very rarely yells. He's also an absolute demon at Apex Legends. So it's really like, I was obsessed. Like I would buy super chats. Listen, I was down bad.
God.
Would love to just be like, hi, and like stare awkwardly at the screen. Please, God, do not ever see this. No one, please, no one show can I ever. Do not. I will find. I'll know who did it. I'll know it was you guys. Don't do that to me. No. Don't let them know that I'm a freaky creep who loves him dearly.
So share this link with him later. Got you.
No!
Oh.
What are you, Kaya?
Mine wouldn't really be like a big name VTuber, but I would like to see Fidgy.
The keyboard cat?
No, Fidgy, the fidget slug VTuber for Eternally.
Oh, I got you. There's a cute cat VTuber whose name is Fidget, and they do like keyboard videos where they put together really nice keyboards.
Ooh.
I know for me, like I would love to have a chance to meet Iron Mouse, because much like you, Akio, I have a ton of respect for her. I don't have IDF, but I definitely support her, the work that her and Connor have done for the charities and stuff like that. The fact that life has given you guys kind of a crappy hand, especially in her case with everything that she's had going on, and she still, instead of letting it beat her down, she still has the strength to just stand strong, be a part of a community, and just try to give as much love and support out there to others as much as a lot of her fans try to give to her.
Yeah.
I also enjoy Fillion videos just because Fillion is kind of a crackhead.
I would say chaotic. Oh man.
And for Onkey, are you also looking at bringing in artists and vendors and stuff like that? And are
Yes.
they going to be focused? Is it going to be like a lot of everybody's welcome? It's not just VTubers. You'll have people with like some anime stuff, like stuff you might see at a Comic-Con as well, or
Well, as you probably can tell just by like what the first half of this podcast was, anime and VTubing is pretty adjacent. So we're not limiting it strictly to VTubing. We're trying to keep it in that general area, but I think anime is kind of on the table also. But we do have a lot of really impressive VTuber related vendors and stuff already in the works.
So I think one of the main goals for this convention is to not only highlight VTubing, but bring VTubing to other fandoms, right? Because you may watch anime and you may be somewhat knowledgeable about VTubers, but that's kind of not your thing, right? So we want to provide experiences for all different kinds of hobbies and enjoyments, right? So a lot of our guests are spread out. We have Mr. Creepypasta, who does scary stories on YouTube. Then we have Autumn Ivy, who is big in the cosplay scene. She did Karlach for Baldur's Gate 3. She was the official Karlach. And then we've got VTubers as well. So each and every one of these guests brings something different to the table, but they're all related in some way. So it's this goal of bringing together people who might not know what VTubing is, but know something that's related to it so they can also get into it.
A question from Creativity Monsters.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you guys make an agency of your own?
No. God, no. No. Good God, no. I will say this. So, as we've all seen with like the fall of the shoujo and so much going on in a lot of these corporate companies where, a VTuber will graduate and then you'll find out, they were treated very poorly. And this isn't like digging at any one specific company, right? That's capitalism. We can have a whole separate conversation about that.
That we can.
Yeah. But
we probably won't, but we could.
Yes. No, but don't get me started.
That is not a rant for now.
Yeah. Y'all don't got 3.5 hours. So there's a shift happening where people are paying more attention to indie and self-starting creators, while the backing of a company does have its charms and its perks. I feel like there's a switch that's slowly happening, where it's not really about corpos anymore. It's more starting to gear towards people who are just working with themselves and for themselves. Now, having like a whole debut with like gens, like a whole gen mate and all that thing, that's awesome. But creating an agency and maintaining an agency is a ridiculous amount of money and work. And your girl is broke and will always be broke. So not for me.
Thank you, Doug, for putting that up.
I don't know if you saw that pin or not while you were talking.
No. Good God. Oh, thanks, Eagle. Thank you so much. You'd honestly, I'd let you in my agency and then I'd fire you immediately.
On my end, as someone who is an executive assistant for an agency, NDA wise, I can't disclose their name. Never again. I don't think I could ever take that stress again. Joining one, I can't say further on that, but no one running one.
All I can say to that is having a background with business and administration and all the things, I see what comes out in the news with some of these agencies, and I'm just like, but why?
Yeah.
It's so like what gets exposed is just so many levels of mismanagement that just
It's kind of common sense, but I think it becomes, it's because maybe the people who initially started have a sense for talent and content making, but not necessarily a talent for business and maintaining, business standards, which gotta go hand in hand.
Since Ross loves to provide us with distractions and random stuff. Any Disney fans in the house?
Yes.
The plot themes for Frozen 3 have been announced.
I don't want to know. Do not tell me.
Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat then.
I'm not looking at chat.
In that case,
I don't want to know.
I will not read Ross's comments then, because Ross gets into it. And
sorry, Ross. I don't like. I'm so about spoilers. I'll go rabid.
Oh, jeez.
So what you're saying is just let it go.
That's it. I'm gonna. Oh, you. Ooh, ooh, and I get you.
Personally, I couldn't stand Frozen.
I never saw the movies. During COVID, my boss played a version of Let It Go, like on repeat. So I got super annoyed. And then I found a metal cover of it and played that back at him.
Oh,
Nice.
At least you got that though.
Having kids, I have seen Frozen 1 and 2 probably too many times.
Yep.
See,
yeah.
But the songs are good. I enjoy the music.
Idina Menzel is fantastic.
Yeah, very.
I just.
And then I found the YouTube video of Let It Go where they added fart noises.
Oh, delightful.
And that had me rolling for about 15 minutes. Because mentally I'm 5, but
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, you hear "Let It Go" and then they add one of those noises to it, and you can't help but snicker.
No, exactly. Like who can not laugh at a good fart?
Yep. And wait,
A
why?
well-timed fart joke is good.
Yeah.
And they're also making a Toy Story 5. Why? Just why?
Everyone said that about Toy Story 4. Like, why would we need another one? But then you watch it and you're like, oh, that's why. Because we're all old.
Do good plots.
maybe
We're all old. This is what happens when we get. Oh yeah, don't get. Ooh, I love the Toy Story series. I don't know what the heck
learn
they're
the
going to do
value
about
of
the next one,
friendship
though.
again.
Yeah, right. Oh,
See, I just remember being in high school, and in Spanish class, one of the things that happened was on the day we had a substitute. That's what the period was watching the original Toy Story in Spanish. And we have a cat.
Hey, hello, Haru. You haven't made an appearance in a while.
Normally it's Ein's causing trouble.
Haru was batting at the green screen behind me, and so her punishment was being put on camera.
Understandable.
Yep.
Ein's just being good and sleeping on the couch beside me. He's a big orange fluff ball.
That's actually strange that the orange cat's not the one causing chaos. Like,
yeah, I know it's kind of like in their nature.
This is Ein's.
oh,
baby,
oh, sleepy. Oh, I'm so sorry.
And where's the kitten?
The kitten, I don't know. The
Sir, not appearing in this room.
I was half expecting her to be on the other side of the green screen, but she might be laying down with the wife.
My dog's gonna be so jealous that I'm even looking at cats right now.
But we have a latest edition that found us. Her name is Nanachi. She is probably about 3 or 4 months old. My wife found her in a parking lot on a 90+ degree day. Looked like somebody had abandoned her. So we brought her home, gave her food and water, took her to the vet. And after talking with the landlord, we had the okay to keep a third kitten or a third cat. So
That reminds me of my cat. We got a cat because I used to work at a farm. So there were strays, obviously, at the barn. And she left one of her kittens behind with one of, unfortunately, a passed away sibling. We don't know why. So we waited a day to see if she'd come back for her. She didn't. So we ended up taking her because we were like, she can't go another day without food. So she sat behind the sales floor desk in a box, you know, drinking milk and stuff every 2 hours. And while I was studying for my law finals, I was feeding a kitten every 2 hours. So neither of us got sleep for a good week.
My cat, before she passed, basically walked up to us meowing and adopted us. We didn't feed her for a week because we thought she was the neighbors, and that because they had a black cat also. Come to find out it wasn't theirs. We fed her one time, and that was it.
That's all it takes. That's
Yep.
it.
Can
And-
confirm.
And
Growing
then
up,
after that, she never approached anybody else voluntarily unless it was us.
we had there was a barn that was adjacent to our backyard, and the barn cats would
I can't
occasionally
hear anything anymore.
Okay.
What happened?
No, I still hear everything.
I can hear everybody.
I can
Yes.
too.
testing.
I can hear.
But yeah. Now, my mom would leave out food for the barn cat that wandered into our backyard, and well, that was it. The cat was ours until the cat passed away.
Yeah, hold on, my sound disappeared. Let me
Oh,
Huh.
all right. Phew. Well,
She'll be back.
my cat, it was just a stray that was born in the back of my dad's truck, and it was sick, had some sort of disease, so his mom left it behind. My little sister took pity on him, brought him inside, and he was too small to even eat. She had to like buy a special kitten formula and feed it with a little dropper, give him baths in the sink. He was her cat, but at about, I guess, 3 years old, he decided that all of a sudden he and I were just best friends, and he somehow, when I moved out, he moved with me. I've had him for about 17 years now, named Otis.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Wow.
Otis.
Wow.
She named him
17.
after the movie Milo and Otis, but she didn't like the name Milo, which was the cat's name, so he got the dog's name, Otis.
Everything working better, Pin?
Yeah, much better. I don't know what happened. My sound just cut out.
Gotta love technology.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
You know, Darren, it's not a typical AZR show unless there's some sort of technological oops.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Always a little bit of scuff.
Always something.
That's an ongoing joke. We used to be on Blog Talk Radio, and every show there'd be some sort of technological error. And it became kind of like a theme of the show that even the guests coming on, they're like, okay, you know, we do a commercial break back when we first started the show, and they'd be like, all right, we're going to have a technical issue in like 10 minutes now, or, you know, when's that coming up? And we have cosplaying friends of ours that every time they're like, it's not a true show that we're on unless something goes wrong. Whether you know, some sort of audio glitch, a disconnection. We had a show where my house lost power, which left Darren and Morgan Berry by themselves without warning.
Mhm.
A question for the VTubers from Ross. Have you ever seen the English dub of Ghost Stories?
Good
I have
God.
seen clips.
Oh,
I
Yes.
see
Yeah.
you're shaking the head yes.
yeah.
I think that's kind of an infamous dub there.
Very much so.
Fun fact, we just at the end of July introduced my wife's parents to the English dub of Ghost Stories.
Okay.
And they were getting a I see a question in the chat. that made me
You're going to
laugh.
pop that up for Pin.
Yes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. I'd love to speak about this, actually.
Uh-oh.
Love
It's
to
a
speak
lie.
about this, actually. Hey, hey, thanks so much. Hey, first off, great question. Great question. Thank you so much for that wonderful question. We cannot confirm nor deny if there will be a ball pit at Onkey Expo. Love the energy. Love
deny
the
it.
idea. Love it. We cannot confirm nor deny if there will be a ball pit at Onkey Expo. And I'm sorry, this is all we have to say on the matter. But thanks again so much. Great question. Fantastic.
A question for Logan Fry, also pertaining to the upcoming event. Have you considered inviting the Bunker Community College AV program to assist in setup?
Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. The venue itself does have an AV company that they go through, and we are also partnering with VTuber Research Club, who handles a lot of technical aspects. So for now, no. But in the future, once we start really gearing up for everything, if we need to, that's actually a really, really, really good idea. And that's probably something we'll end up doing.
In better words, Logan, email us. That way I can keep you on my future look-intos.
I guarantee Logan does not work for the Bunker Community College AV
I'm sure
program.
not, but if it's
but he brought it up. Now it's his responsibility.
Yeah.
All right.
Now he's in charge.
Welcome to the team, Logan. Good job.
Fastest way to get hired.
You'll never escape now, you fool.
And we'd be happy here with AZR to continue having you guys on the show for big announcements, things of that nature regarding stuff in the next year. And we've worked with cons in the past, and you're a convention that I would love to be able to work with for as many years as we both keep going.
Yeah.
Here's hoping both of those are a long time.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got 11 and a half years in on this show somehow, and I don't feel like we're, adding Kaya to the mix. I don't see us slowing down anytime soon.
Nope.
You got a little head start.
And ditto.
Why are we talking about Pokemon?
See, wait, are we or why aren't we?
Well, she said ditto, so, and then she paused, so I'm like, okay, why are we talking about ditto?
Pokemon joke.
Oh, I get it.
Yes.
Wow, that took me a hot minute.
Oh, if we're going to be talking about Pokemon, hey guys, did you know that in terms of human companionship, Flareon is objectively the most huggable Pokemon? While their maximum temperature is likely too much for most, they are capable of controlling it. So they set themselves to a perfect temperature for you.
So long as you don't start bringing up Vaporeon.
Now, hey guys, did you know that in terms of male human and female Pokemon breeding,
okay.
In terms of female human and male Pokemon breeding, Lickitung is your best friend. No.
Oh, God.
I feel like... Good Lord.
Oh, man.
We derailed hard on that one. Sorry.
Nope.
No, that was funny.
That was my fault.
Wait a minute, Ross. There's a Scary Movie 6. What? Why?
Oh no.
And that's all I'm saying about that.
Just Y in caps lock.
Yes.
Oh,
Scary Movie 6.
Why not?
Yeah.
Agreed.
They added sound effects to the StreamYard board a couple weeks ago, and
I'm loving this.
I am trying to find. I'm trying to find some good stuff to add to it.
I mean, if you have them, you might as well use them.
Where
You
is
need
the
the
soundboard?
standard, but
Media assets. You scroll down under the backgrounds.
Nope. Got it.
So the anime physics there.
Where's the? They don't have it.
Oh,
We don't have a lot, but if you have anything you want to add to it,
okay.
That is not what.
Who's playing with the soundboard?
I literally thought we might have the hiss, and we don't.
Logan Fry in the chat says, "What exactly is going to be at this con, aside from ball pits?"
Oh no, we
No-
can't. We can.
no
we
ball
can neither
pit.
confirm nor deny that there will or will not be a ball pit. Thanks. So great question though. Thank you
The
so
ball
much.
pit is a
Great
lie.
question. We just can't. I'm so sorry. We can't confirm or deny. So we actually have a lot of really fun ideas planned outside of just like VTuber meet and greets, the vendor and artist alley, concerts, because we have a lot of musical guests as well. Robots, exactly. The little robots that you drive around that have your model on them. There's a lot that we want to do to make this particular convention more of an event and special. Because it's like the convention standard of you go to a few panels, you get some autographs, you take some pictures, and then you spend most of the time just kind of hanging out with your friends. What we want to do is provide a complete 3-day experience where every single day there is something exciting for someone, So while we're having like all the standard stuff, there's a bunch of extras that we're planning, and they'll be announced, as we can confirm that they're going to be there. So just make sure you follow our socials or join our Discord so you can be up to date on all the announcements and stuff.
That would be a good time to pitch our webpage on
Expo.com,
one word. The link to all of our socials is on there, so you can pretty much find out everything about us from that webpage.
And you can find it here.
Oh,
yep,
so cool.
That's us.
Yay, that's us.
I was at the ready.
Haha.
All the socials are right up here, so be sure to check them out. Also, we have a link in the description of the show on our YouTube page. So definitely you want to check them out. I see you have stuff here for tickets. If you're in the area, you want to be part of staff and things like that. I see some links down there to help out with that as well.
The tickets page is not working yet.
Tickets should not be there, Hex. I told you to hide that page, Hex.
It's being hidden under construction. I'm working on it.
And Tommy says, "Hi, Pen."
Tommy, hi. Nope. Am I dying?
No, I hear you fine.
Am I dying?
We can hear you,
but I'm not moving anymore.
Yeah, no, you're perishing. I recognize.
You know what?
It.
That's fine. That's fine. Hi, Tommy.
The movement has gone.
That's okay. It's still pretty to look at.
It is. So yeah, we're only about 2.5 months into planning right now, and a lot of that has just been getting things organized. So we have a lot of ideas, a lot of events and stuff we would like to implement, but since we're only 2.5 months in, they are still conceptual right now. Hopefully they all come into fruition, but we'll have to see. I don't want to definitively say there's going to be stuff there that we won't have time or money to create, because this is kind of a self-funded convention in the first year.
I will say we are working extremely hard, and we are partnering up with a lot of people who believe in our vision.
A lot of cool people so far.
A lot of cool people, and they want this to be just as exciting as we want it to be. So again, we can't confirm things. The want is there, the drive is there, and if it can happen, we're making it happen, and it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
And I know that there's, like I said, still in the planning stages. I know that there's a lot of people like myself who have interest in the VTubing world, but don't know a lot about it. I'm sure that they can find out a ton of events. Are you going to have panels for people that can, obviously with the VTubing world, a lot of the focus is on the avatars that you create, but I also know, especially thanks to Kaya, about rigging and a lot of technological stuff behind the scenes that a lot of us don't think about. Are you going to have panels in regards to that? Good technology people who can do the rigging and focuses of that as well, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm a firm believer that if you are going to be getting into a medium that, you know, spans across a bunch of different artists, you at least should learn the basics of how it all works. Because in your head, if you don't really know how, you know, the art and rigging is done, VTubing kind of looks like this magical thing that, you know, it's just making a picture move. When in reality, the models themselves are cut into thousands of different layers, and every single thing that moves on the model is rigged separately and then put all together. And it's months of hard work, and it's stressful and tiring. So there's a lot that goes into it. On top of, you know, the how to actually stream with it, how to emote properly, because you basically have to puppet your model. You can't really, if you're going to be using and making it like emotive, you have to move around a lot, and you have to like kind of make your face go crazy, like over exaggerating your facial expressions. If not, then your model just kind of sits there. So there's a lot to learn. We also are planning a paddle with some very unique VTuber ideas. There's a friend of mine, his name's Alpine Showtime, and he spent the majority of his VTuber career just trying to break VTube Studio and break like the mold of it. So he made a model that looks like one of those stop motion, like those old Christmas movies.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. So he's done a lot of really interesting things with his VTuber. He made an entire VTuber model / rig that was a giant rave. So his face controlled different parts of the rave on a stage. There were like several models affected by it. So he's constantly pushing that. So on top of just the standard VTubing 101.
So that's really cool.
Oh, it was awesome. It was so cool. He made like a model that interacted with chat, and it was like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. He's done a lot of really awesome stuff, and there's a lot of VTubers out there who have kind of pushed the mold and have expanded outside of just VTube Studio and having a really nice avatar on the screen. They add plugins, and they kind of make the stream itself more interactive for their viewers. So on top of having like the VTuber 101 standard thing, there's also going to be extras, right? If you were interested in really trying to make your stream just exciting and wanted to see new ideas, there's going to be panels for that too.
Awesome. I've and Kaya knows because I've talked with him about it in the past that VTubing, you know, I'm one of those people that I would love to try a lot of different things, but I'm so limited on time that I know I couldn't feasibly make a career out of being a VTuber. But I already have a character concept that I've had in my mind for years that if I ever wanted to make a fursuit, I have the character, and that's the same character I would use as a VTuber model if I were to do that.
Well, you know, there are a bunch of free models, customizable models that you can get off of like Etsy or Gumroad. What's the other one?
VGen, Fiverr.
VGen. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of options to start in VTubing. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of free overlays. There's tons of models that are like $5 and below. And VTube Studio itself is free. So I think if you'd want to even try it out, go do it. Have some fun. You never know. It doesn't
have to be a career. It could be a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to end in a career. That's something that I used to talk about a lot. So VTubing, while it is a fun hobby, if you're just starting out, I recommend really watching your purse, right? Getting like free overlays, getting a very simple model that doesn't cost too much, because the higher up in art and rigging that you go, the more expensive it becomes. And it becomes expensive like a car, an entire car.
Yeah, they get
They
big.
they get extremely expensive.
Very expensive.
So while
And what
if you
kind
want to
of
do it as
compete-
like a fun little hobby, absolutely. Just stay within like a, don't buy a $15,000 model just for the. I mean, if you got the expendable income, then fine, whatever. But don't buy a $15,000 model if you're just doing it for fun
Yeah,
and you're not sure if you want to do it.
You get some nice looking models for on the cheaper side.
Yeah, yeah.
Just curious, what kind of PC specs do you have to run some of this stuff?
Ooh, yeah.
Well, it really
Because there's
depends
money there
on.
too.
It depends on how and what you're using. So for VTube Studio, for instance, there is a plugin that you can download called Sprout 2. And Sprout 2 essentially is like a separate camera that captures VTube Studio, and then you can use that plugin to be captured in your OBS, which significantly like lessens the load on your computer.
Okay.
So while I feel like if you can run some standard video games on low graphics, then you'd be okay getting a model together.
And a question from the chat. Ross says, back on the subject from derailing. He says, for those who don't follow or know much of VTubing, what are some of the rules for people who want to be fans of VTubers, and what are good interactions or good conduct for interacting with VTubers, whether it be meet and greets, streams, things of that nature?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
I could take the reign for this one, given my background. So basically, your best interactions is don't ask personal questions. Don't ask to see their face. A lot of VTubers are VTubers for, the anonymity. Jesus. Parasocial behaviors are very big no-goes in the VTubing community, just like they are in most other communities as well. But just because they're an anime character on the screen does not mean you treat them as such. There is a human being behind that as well.
A lot of times when you go and you interact in a VTuber's channel or stream, they usually will have a set of rules. Everyone's a little bit different, and that's just based on their personal things. But it's almost like, would it be appropriate for you to say this to a complete stranger in real life? Probably not. So maybe don't. I will also say that a lot of times people forget that it is a person behind the screen. So there's a few VTubers who focus their content on, like, the content they provide is for comfort. I have a friend of mine who the majority of the things that he does is like boyfriend ASMRs. But he himself is separate from that, right? So there's a clear distinction between, this is the content that I make, but that doesn't mean that you and me are in a relationship. This is just content that I make. So it's like knowing your boundaries.
Yep, that's the same thing with my husband. He does boyfriend
Oh,
ASMR.
right. Yeah.
But he is not married to any of his chat. I'm sorry, guys. He is not married to you.
Nope. And
Oh, here's a big one. Do not give a streamer money and expect them to be your friend. Please, 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 please. Just because you either donate subs or bits or super chats or whatever, that does not entitle you to their personal time or to even like a lot of their attention. I know that sounds harsh and mean, but don't go into it thinking if I spend like $50, this streamer is going to be my best friend and just keep paying attention to me and know everything about me. Because
don't expect anything in return. If you donate to a streamer, you're doing that because you like their content and you want to support them to make more.
Right.
You're not supposed to expect anything back from it.
and then from the chat, Creativity Monsters adds another free, going back to the how to VTube on a budget. Another free thing is Vroid, and you can have a 3D model and use Vinyan to run it.
Oh, Vinyan, yep.
There's Vinyan, there's Warudo, there's a lot of free programs out there.
And then an anime question for everybody is: have you all seen Show by Rock?
No, I want to watch it though.
Have you seen what?
Show by Rock.
I don't know what that one
It
is.
came out in like 2022, 20.
What does it look like?
It's I was gonna say, Doug, this is all you because I know it's one of your favorites.
I can't see the picture behind, but Show by Rock is basically a music-based anime. It's got 4 seasons. It's a show that I fell in love with. It covers many different kinds of music. It almost could fit it into the isekai genre because the main character, Cyan, in season 1 gets transported through a video game to another world. She's a high school girl that plays a guitar. She wants to join the school band, but is nervous. So it's got the like high school, shy girl feelings. Shows how she overcomes them by joining a band in a different realm. She turns into a cat girl.
As you do.
As you do. It's
As one does, yes.
It's really a cute show. The music is fantastic. Show by Rock, the original, got 2 seasons and a series of shorts, and then they came out. Season 3 was Show by Rock Mashumai Resh, which you can't really see it, but it's the background picture that I had put up. Mashumai Resh is the name of the band. There's 4 characters that are behind our 7 screens right now. I fell in love with that so much that the last show I did on Blog Talk before I switched to YouTube, I was lucky enough to do a Show by Rock Mashumai Resh special where I had all 4 English dub voice actors of this band and the director of Mashumai Resh on the show.
Nice.
And a couple weeks ago, I finally had a chance to meet Bryn April, who was the voice of Cyan, for the first time. She's been a guest on the show multiple times, and we're finally able to meet her and get her autograph. So if you like cute anime, if you like music-based anime, if you like fighting monsters, then I would say check it out.
I am a fan of musicals, so I might look into that now.
And when I say it covers multiple genres, like Plasmagica is more like pop themed. You have Pretty Krista, that's kind of like middle school idol group. You have Shingun Crimson, that's your heavy metal. You've got Daru Dayu, as part of Zuri Zuri. They do more of like a traditional Japanese with satire music. So it's not just Love Live, that's all school idols. It's a wide variety of genres. So you're not just bundled up in one small ball. So if you like music in anime, I think it's one that you would enjoy. And some of the characters are adorable too, so you can't go wrong with that.
I had never even heard of that one. I have very eclectic taste in music, so I might look into that.
It's one that I fell in love with and have been very fortunate enough where I've met most of the cast of the whole franchise. If not met, at least had on the show. So that's just kind of a fun bonus for me personally, being a fan of anime and getting to meet these people, and still trying to get some people back on the show. But their schedules have been so busy. I know when I talked to Megan Shipman a couple months ago, she was in the middle of 6 conventions in a row, 6 straight weekends of going to a con. On top of trying to record for different shows and being a parent. So it's like, I totally understand. It's like, I will shoot a message out. If you can get back to me, great. If not, I've never been a person to hound. Even when I've had people that I've talked to be like, just harass me until I get back to you. It's not who I am. I don't feel like I could do that. I feel like that's just being rude, even if I'm told to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I have too much respect for people's time.
And the last thing we want to do is make anybody feel like they have to come on our show. Like, no. No, we like and respect everybody. Everybody's talented. Everybody's got a life. Everybody's human.
I was told that I would get kidnapped and beaten if I did not appear on here, so I was just like,
That was not by any AZR staff.
That was supposed to stay in the on-key archives, Hex.
oh, that was you. You told me that I would be. Okay.
We're gonna have to have a meeting later.
I mean, Kaya may have said something, but I don't know.
I'm in trouble again.
Yeah, we'll play at your funeral.
I was gonna say the only two people in this chat that I've threatened to strangle are Doug and Darren.
If you haven't threatened somebody to strangle them, are you guys even really friends? You know?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know.
I know I've teased Angela enough that next time we meet, I probably have a good beatdown coming. But
Or I will have forgotten and said the heck with it. Here's some homemade brownies.
yeah,
Oh, there you go.
That is the better alternative.
yeah.
Well, you're not getting that alternative, so.
No, I like to bake, and I bake for my friends because my husband goes in bodybuilding cycles and then says, "Get the junk food out of this house."
Nah.
Mm-mm-mm.
So it goes to everybody else, literally.
Mm.
Oh, can't say anything. Anytime my friends host something, she'll cook throughout the event, and then she's like, "Get the food out of my house, please. Take whatever with you."
I am Ross. No, that's not accurate. I do not know what he is talking about with the red
Oh,
panda.
I know exactly what he's
I know what he's
talking
talking about.
I am confused, and he's saying
Now
I'm
you're-
afraid of red pandas.
Yes, you are very afraid of red pandas.
What's a
Doug-
taboo show we don't talk about?
Yeah, that red panda.
Wait,
I'm as confused.
I mean,
no, I'm trying to remember. Wait, are we
The Red Panda anime?
Are we referencing
No.
Conception for the millionth
Yes,
time?
we're referencing Conception,
Yes,
and you
Conception.
said it, not us.
Okay. All right, whatever. I am shaking my head at all of you, including Ross.
I assumed
This-
you were talking about turning red.
No,
No.
No.
I don't know if any of you have seen Conception. If you haven't, don't subject yourself to this. This was
If
a
you haven't, don't. It's bad.
It's
So-
one of the worst.
somehow
animes I've ever
Darren,
watched.
myself, and my wife managed to go through the whole thing, hoping it would get better, and it never did. We don't know how we got through it all, and
I stopped after I watched one episode and went, nope, done.
it's one of the worst anime I've ever watched.
Mhm.
Now hold on, because handshakers is a thing.
Hey, Handshakers was not the worst thing in the world.
Oh
just saying.
no! Well, see now I can't.
School
trust
Days
your
wasn't very good either.
Now I can't trust your opinions on anything because if you
Oh, come
saw
on, look,
if you
look.
saw handshakers and your
Yes,
eyes
I saw.
didn't bleed
Look,
out
I
of your
saw
head.
I saw Handshakers. I saw Clockwork Planet. Okay, Studio Gohans has a bad reputation. I know. They come out with visually stunning anime, and then it sucks. With
Handshakers was
Setagaya
not
Windamo
visually
being the
stunning.
only exception to that, and that show was great.
I like
and,
Clockwork Planet though.
and Ross, yeah, but you have garbage taste.
I was gonna say, I feel like that's just cementing the bad
Look,
taste.
I never said Handshakers was a good anime, but at the same time, it's not the worst one I've ever seen.
It hurts to look at and
Ross-
bankrupt the studio.
And Ross says Skarsmarkin was terrible.
What was terrible?
Skarsmarkin?
I've heard of it. I heard it got a bad reputation as well.
And then on a positive note, have any or all of you watched isekai anime? If so, what do you like?
Ugh. Not a lot. It's like the hallmark for me. Everything seems to have a similar or same plot.
Thank you.
That's
You're
how I
welcome.
feel about shonen.
Yeah, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but
I'm
shonen
very
is,
picky.
shonen is better.
I have seen a few isekai. Sword Art Online. That's
Yeah.
kind of the classic.
That's
a
not
good
really isekai, but okay.
He went into like a video game coma. Doesn't that count?
No,
That-
video
that's
game.
a-
That's
So
its own
isekai,
subgenre.
isekai is a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
character
did that
being
12
taken to a
years
different world
prior.
or universe. Right, they're
Because
they're
if
no
you could,
longer in the world that they were.
if you
Well,
consider
it's a
SAO
different
isekai,
video
you'd have to
game
say
world.
Bofuri is isekai as well, and Bofuri is not isekai.
Well, can I say that Wizard of Oz is isekai?
Yes,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
How is that
a
a
good
different
example?
world?
because
It's just over
the main
the rainbow.
point the main point is that they are not still in the world that they were. Like it is
It's
a,
not in
Oh.
Kansas
a
anymore.
complete
So-
transfer.
Mhm.
So his physical body being in the real world is
Right.
what the limiting
Mhm.
factor of isekai. Okay.
Yes.
I
Correct.
got it.
Mhm. Yep. Yep.
Well, then I only got one more. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
That
You have to love those anime titles.
That was entertaining. My
Yeah.
favorite isekai right now is How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. It's a
I love those paragraph long titles. That is so Japan.
I can't. I feel like I'll run out of breath.
but the
Mhm.
best part about it is it's not your typical cookie cutter overpowered main character protagonist,
See,
which
You
you
know
see
what?
in 99% of other isekais.
Mhm.
hey,
Yeah.
Other anime.
go figure. One of the very few isekai I enjoyed is a one-word title.
Oh.
What is it?
Zenshu.
I don't know that one.
It's a
No.
Oh,
recent.
I've
Very
heard it. I'm trying
recent.
to remember. I'm trying to put a face to the name.
It is a very recent one. The entire point is there's a. It's
Oh, I just saw it.
yeah, no. She's trying to write something and then dies and then basically gets reincarnated into the media she's been obsessed with her entire life.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, like villainous.
I'll tell you the reason I don't care a whole lot for isekai, and it's not the plot of them. It's kind of the art style. And unless it's like a high budget, even the campfire cooking one I mentioned suffers from this style. Just like the one season isekai, they all seem to look exactly the same to me. I like an anime that differentiates itself a little bit with style.
Speaking of
it-
campfire
it-
cooking, season 2 starts soon.
Ooh.
And also,
To that, sorry, I'm gonna jump in here, but to that note on isekai, probably my favorite of the bunch has been Slime. That time I got reincarnated as a slime, not only for it's predominantly for the world building. It's got some of the best world building in anime that I've seen.
Okay, I know that one's pretty popular. The art style on that one at least looks a little bit different.
Yeah,
This
I
this
would.
was the show that I was talking about. The
I've got
Oh
Realist
yeah.
there's two isekais that I absolutely adore. One of them is just because it's genuinely good. And that one's called Now and Then Here and There. It's an older anime, but it still holds up really well. It's about a boy who gets isekai'd into a desert world that has no water, and he becomes a child soldier. So it gives like this very weird juxtaposition between him living in like a normal Japanese town where everything is cool to then being thrown into this world. And then I have the other one because again I'm a nasty freak, which is the I got reincarnated as a demon king, where it's just a guy who has like the highest ranked MMO character, and he role plays as like a demon guy. He then gets sucked into the game, and he's too autistic to like speak to people, so he just continues role playing as a demon king. But like on the inside, he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
How Not to Summon a Demon Lord?
How not to summon a demon lord? Yeah. Oh my god, I love that one so much. He's just he's like ha ha ha. And then
My
in his
wife
head, he's like,
cosplayed Sylvie,
that's so cute. I love that.
and we actually met Jeremy Inman, who directed that
Oh,
at
awesome.
Connecticut when she was cosplaying as Sylvie, and it was hysterical because we walked up to him and he looks at her and goes, "I directed that," and we're like, "We forgot that you directed that." And then, because we'd had him as a guest on the show, we did a Christmas special one time, and it was Jeremy Inman and Anthony Bowling, who are really good friends, both at the voice actors for Crunchyroll at the time, Funimation. And they failed to tell us that they were going to be at a Christmas party with a bunch of voice actors the day that we scheduled them to come on the show. So Jeremy kept, like every 5-10 minutes, he'd walk away, be like, oh, I need a refresh on the drink. And then he'd come back with Tia Ballard, Terry Doty, Stephen. I think we had like 5 other voice actors that he brought on to the call with us. And so when we finally got a chance to meet him at Kineticon, and I was like, and I introduced myself and told him, with the show, he got all excited. He turns to his girlfriend. He's like, oh my God, remember that thing I told you about the Christmas special? This is the guy. And he's all freaking out and pointing. And of course, he's well known. He's got probably 300 people in line waiting for an autograph, and they're seeing him freak out over this no-name person. And they're like, I can hear, who the hell is this guy? It's like, why is he freaking out over me? I'm excited to meet him.
Yeah, right.
Going back to chat,
I see favorite isekai, Wise Man's Grandchild from Ross, Creativity Monster, like Scary Fuerza.
and
Ari
then
Puerta is excellent in its own right.
and then another question: Has anyone watched My Hero Academia?
Yes, my cousin
love that.
is a voice actor in the dub.
Drop.
That is fantastic.
That's really
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
cool. Is it a character I would know? Or
Yeah, Hex, I'll tell you about it later because you know my
Okay.
legal name, but no one else does.
oh yeah, good. I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to the VTuber thing. Yeah, okay.
But yes, I've watched it and I've listened and been like, I know that guy.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I might not recognize the voice. I'm the kind of person that when the show comes out, I try to watch it in the language that it comes out in.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of dub. So, but
I'm
I'm
a
interested.
weeb to my core. I can't do English dubs.
I watch both dub and sub.
I watch more subs, but I'm trying to be better about watching some dubs.
Mm-hmm.
I also had a really, really bad. My first experience with dubs was really, really bad. And then now to round out the what's your favorite anime in a genre? Ross, who loves romance anime, is asking what people watch for romance anime.
Oh, I hate myself. So I watch things like Your Lie in April,
Oh.
Clannad. I will say this though, there's an anime where it's about a deaf girl and her boyfriend.
Sign of affection.
silent
Oh my god, that one. That one's good. And
That was going to be one of the 2 I mentioned.
So
I thought you were going to say a silent voice there for a second.
Okay, I do not mind romance in anime, like Krillin and 18, best couple. But I do not go out of my way to watch romance anime. So I'm just going to say the only one I can think of that I have watched is Ouran High School Host Club.
yes.
And that might even be more comedy than romance, to be fair.
You know what though?
It's still a good one.
Ooh. If we're talking about comedy romance, I like Kiss Him Not Me because that one's just me in real life. It's about this like fat weeb chick who's like obsessed with this anime, and then her husbando dies in the anime, and she gets super depressed and lays in bed for like a week and a half and doesn't eat, so she gets really skinny and pretty. And then a bunch of guys keep trying to date her, and she's just like imagining them kissing each other. She's just like, I don't want to, don't touch me, but maybe kiss him. It's really good.
Yeah, okay.
Creativity Monster says kiss, kiss, fall in love.
Yeah,
Kiss,
Ouran.
fall in love.
On my playlist.
That is a good song.
That is. This is a comedy and romance one, but not my apothecary, but the Apothecary Diaries.
That's
That
not
is-
a comedy.
Oh
It's-
yes,
it's-
I can't tell how many times I've cackled on my couch. Jinchi is amazing.
Oh,
know,
Mage's
I love-
Bride. Mage's Bride.
I love Apothecary Diaries.
Oh.
It is amazing.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I keep hearing
Gotta
people
watch
talk
Mage.
about it.
Oh,
Snow White
right.
with the Red
I
Hair
love
was a
Bone
great
Daddy.
romance one as well.
Bones Daddy's so
Mhm.
good.
Apothecary Diaries is fantastic. You just gotta beware of the frogs.
While we're on that note, we could also argue Spy Family in that
Yes.
comedy.
Yes,
Okay.
it is. It's so funny.
If that counts as a romance, then that might get bumped up over Oberon for me. Do like Spy Family.
I love Spy Family.
I'm grasping at straws, but there is the undertones of everyone has feelings for everybody else, but no one's going to actually say
Yes.
anything,
Yes.
and it's just silly fun and so amazing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
And-
I forget its name, but there's an anime where it's these two bounty hunters. They're like hired killers,
Mhm.
but they find a baby, and they're just like pretend to be two dads, and they're like
Oh my
shooting.
God, yes.
They're in the middle of like
But
shooting some people, and then they get a phone call from her school that she's got a fever.
I think
And
it's Buddy Daddy.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh my God, so cute. I loved it.
I'd have to say mine. I got a couple, but Hori Mia is one of my favorites, along with Mysterious Girlfriend X.
Mm.
And probably most recent that I've been harping on Doug here is The Dangers in My Heart.
Yes, I know I need to. I'm not Doug, but I absolutely know I need to watch that one too.
One of my, I'd say it's an older one that I enjoy. That's like kind of a comedy romance. Familiar of Zero.
And then because we were talking about this, I think earlier, have John Knight says, "Have y'all seen My Dress Up Darling?"
No, I remember when it was really popular, but I just don't have a lot of time to sit down and watch nearly as many like series as I'd like to. So I kind of just skipped over that one.
That's one of those ones that I personally didn't like, but I get the appeal.
Do you mind elaborating on what it was you didn't like? I am just curious because you are the very first person I've heard say that.
I know. I'm always like the weird outlier. It's because of like the age, her canonical age, and then the situations that she's put in. Like I get it. That's like standard anime stuff. But as I'm like getting older and I'm a mom, like I start to I clock on those a lot more. And it's why I can't watch Dandadan anymore. Because like there's just too many conflicting themes. But I get why people like it. Like I personally don't like it, but I get why everyone else enjoys it.
No,
On
that is reasonable.
the Dress Up Darling note, have you also seen 2.5 Dimensional Seduction?
No.
That's a $5 word. That's a $5 anime title.
Those
Basically,
anime titles.
basically another cosplay anime, but with its differences to Dress Up Darling. Doug can elaborate more on that one because I only made it a couple episodes in.
It kind of has a similar feel to Dress Up Darling, but the main character has no interest in women. His only interest when it comes to females is of anime or
2D women. I like
2D
my
women.
women 2D.
And he meets a classmate. He's like the last person left of this anime manga club, and this girl comes in and she's a cosplayer and she loves to cosplay this one specific character who is the main female of his like number one favorite anime manga of all time. So they become friends. He helps her with cosplay. He becomes her photographer. You don't really see a romance develop, but you can kind of see things might be developing. And as the storyline progresses, they meet other cosplayers and things of that nature. So it doesn't have the same feel as Dress Up Darling. Nobody's like the really like popular, glitzy, glamoury girl. He does have a childhood friend that does like modeling and things like that. They get her to cosplay, but it's got its own charm that's completely separate. But I can understand what you were talking about. But when you become a parent, we've talked about this on the show multiple times. As we've gotten older, our tastes in anime have changed.
Yeah.
Something that we look at now that it's like, I can see the appeal to people, but it's not my thing. But then again, if I was younger and in the age demographic that it's probably aimed towards, I would probably love it.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's how I feel about like Dress Up Darling, Chainsaw Man, Dan Da Dan.
100
Okay.
Girlfriends.
Huh?
Have you seen 100 Girlfriends?
No.
Have you seen Interspecies Reviewers?
Okay. Well, now listen here. Now, now you're asking me if I've seen a documentary. Of course, I love history. I love learning about the biology of other creatures. Fantastic, 100%.
On the history channel, I believe.
I am a history buff. I'm a biological buff. I love, man. Is that the right word? Biology?
The question is, did you see any of the English dub that was put out of Interspecies Reviewers?
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. That's being. I don't. Sorry.
Funimation
like
only ever aired 2 English dub before they dropped it, and
episode 2 is like
episode
because it was pulled so fast.
Oh.
Yeah, episode 2 you can't find, but episode 1, if you know where to look, you can still find the English dub of episode 1. So.
I think my main gripe with dub is just that the pronunciation of names always really bothers me, because we always put like an American or just like an English. We read it in English, but like you hear how it's supposed to sound in Japanese. So and I don't get why they don't just say it like that, and it always irks me. I'm just like, you know what I mean?
Okay, I used to be real big into the fighting game community, and I would watch a guy who is a professional announcer. This is his job for Street Fighter, and hearing him not say the names correctly is like, guy, they say the names when you click them on the title screen.
Exactly.
The game tells you how to say them. Say them right.
It always feels weird. Like you know how it's supposed to sound, which I'm pretty sure there's probably like a reason for that. There's probably like an industry reason, I guess.
I think it's just our American brains struggling to pronounce a different language.
I get triggered. I'm like, that's not how you see it.
The fight comes out.
Yeah.
See here. Also, question from John Knight asking if you have seen Attack on Titan.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan is good, but if you would like something that's somewhat easier to digest and doesn't make you feel bad, what's it called? Oh God, it's Attack on Titan, but with trains.
Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress.
Thank you, Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. It's just Attack on Titan with trains. It's very good.
I kept hearing Attack on Titan was so amazing, and I tried to watch it. I made it 2 episodes in before I felt like it was just gore for the sake of gore. I didn't. Maybe I didn't make it to the plot. To be fair, maybe that's my fault. But it felt like they were just showing as. It felt like they were like,
and watch
"Look
them
how
die
shocking this is!" Yeah.
I'll give it that. Attack on Titan, the first 3 seasons I actually really enjoyed. I also binged a bunch to catch up to watch the new season.
Which
Um,
part?
I believe I binged most of season 1 over the course of like a week and a half. Because we basically picked up watching it weekly somewhere in season 2. And subsequently the final season was a hot mess.
Yeah, didn't they break it into 2?
No, they broke it into
4? Lord have mercy.
There was part 1, and then COVID happened, and then part 2 became part 2, part 1, part 2, part 2, part 2, part 3. Or some garbage like that.
Part 74.6.
Yeah.
We poke fun at that. And Hex, you made it farther in Attack on Titan than I did. I watched one episode, immediately said this is not for me, and dropped it like a bad habit.
I tried to make myself.
Oh.
But yeah.
Oh no, it is very much one of those not for everyone.
I don't mind violence. I watch gory shows. But like it just felt like I wasn't seeing a lot of plot, and they were just doing like, look how gross we can be just because we can.
No,
To be fair, there isn't a lot of plot.
And what is there?
What
They
kind of
stretch
plot are
out
you
like
talking
4
about?
seasons, right?
No, Attack on. You know what? I should eventually just do a show where I ramble about this for an hour because I can.
You could do it next Sunday because I won't be around.
And tell Mario to stay awake.
I'll have to pay. Yeah, I will have to pay Mario, and we can do our Attack on Titan reaction video. But
we are almost out of time. My God.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know what? With about 5 minutes to go, let's let our guests do the thing we call shameless plug.
This is where you guys can promote yourselves, promote the convention, anywhere people can find you on social media or find out more information about the convention or your personal channels. The floor is yours.
All right, Hex, do you want to go first?
Well, I don't do a lot of VTubing stuff. As soon as I figure out how to use this model a little better, I'm going to make a YouTube channel and just kind of do some stuff for fun. But honestly, even that YouTube channel is just going to be promoting Onkey and the app I am making. So I'm not ready to really announce the app yet, but anybody who follows Onkey, I'm definitely going to be shouting it out through there. So,
yeah.
But right now, Onkey, www.onkeyexpo.com. All of our socials are there. Go follow us.
Yeah. Pin.
So I have been trying to balance my streaming along with Onkey stuff management. So if you'd like to follow me on Twitch, I'm just Pinbun there. I try to stream when I'm not busy with Onkey, so it's very sporadic, but my streams are fun, I promise. And then outside of that, absolutely, please join our Discord, follow our socials, get excited for Onkey, www.onkeyexpo.com. We're going to have announcements for guests and partnerships, and we're trying to pump those out at least once a week. All right. Okay. I'm glad that we're ending now because I am also my children. Okay, hold on.
All right, I guess I'll end off the guest part of it. So, yeah, I'll also put it in the chat for those that want to see it spelled out. So Akiokumi VT on Twitch. I'm also Akiokumi ASMR on Twitter. And you can also use my website itself, akiokumi.card.co. That's with 2 R's, not 1. And yeah, please follow Onkey Expo. My husband is a social media manager, so me and him are the ones that are usually forefronting any PR and socials.
Thank you again for all of you coming on and hanging out with us tonight. It has been so much fun. The time flew.
It did. Thank you for
Yeah.
having us.
Read.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for inviting
And
us.
I made sure to go through and follow everybody on Twitch, because for whatever reason I didn't have you on there before, and I
Oh.
apologize.
Okay.
But I usually follow. For my job, I work for the railroad. I spend a lot of time in hotels away from home. That's usually when I'm able to watch Twitch when I'm not sleeping. So if you guys are streaming when I'm stuck in a hotel at some point, I will definitely pop in the chat, or if I'm lucky enough to catch you guys on, I will pop in and say hi.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll be streaming all this week for my birthday, so I'll be around.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Of course, a big thank you to everybody who showed up in the chat. It was so awesome to see so many people in the chat talking. I love the interaction that everybody has. It's just such an awesome community that you guys, come and show us love. You show our guests the love, and we really do appreciate it. Of course, thank you to Angela, Darren, and Kaya for being a part of the AZR team. So happy we have such an amazing group of people to help us out and keep the show going strong. Thank you to our sponsors, Triple S Lawn Care and Home Circle Media. I know I forgot to mention them earlier, but Home Circle Media, you can check them out online at homecirclemedia.com. They've got anime gear, everything, pens, pencils, stationery, officially licensed art books, and more. Their supplies are limited due to some of the restrictions of imports. So not sure when he's going to be doing conventions again, but you can check out see what he has for stock. He's got some really good stuff. But personally, I've bought like 3 or 4 art books from him, and Gavin's just an amazing person. Triple S Lawn Care, if you're in the Raleigh-Durham area and you need lawn care, the season's winding down, but it's not too early to possibly get on the docket for next year. Feel free to reach out to Darren. He'll hook you up with great lawn care at a great price. I think he fell asleep.
I'm inclined
No,
to
we're
agree.
still here. I got nothing to add.
You were just so quiet. That's usually
Yes.
the sign that you're asleep. But until next week, when Darren, Rob, and Angela have control of the show, because I will be stuck on a train going to New Jersey.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, my 3rd week in a row on this train. Woohoo!
Oh boy.
It's a caucus. Gotta love it. Oh.
In the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy. Try to enjoy life, and we'll see you next time.
And don't forget to check out Onkey Expo. And if you're able to make it up there next year, the dates again are November 20th through 22nd, 2026. It's going to be at the DoubleTree by Hilton in Danvers, Mass. So definitely support them, follow their socials, show them a lot of love. These are 3 amazing people that we really appreciate that they came on to hang out with us. And we definitely want to welcome back again in the future. So until next time, have a wonderful week, everyone, and we'll see you back for more Anime-Zing Radio on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch.